I'm Duncan. I live in a converted coach here in the Essex Suffolk border. With my girlfriend Grace, and we live on a friend Andy's land. It's a mutual agreement. We gain the pleasure of living in beautiful surroundings cheaply, and he gains security and work. A labour force on hand. Andy has a furniture manufacturer, and I finish and polish the furniture when it's been constructed. It's not exactly the most exciting job in the world, but it's close to home. And it gives me some free time to explore my other hobbies. We go psychic testing. It generally involves herring around the countryside, looking for ancient sites and interesting places with often very scant psychical clues. And we try
our friend about it.
Yeah, but we try and check them out really to see if they're truths or imagination bubbling through. So when we get to a site, we generally, if there's anything to look at, for instance a tree or a tumulus or a church, generally we wander around and basically try and get the feel of the place. Take Chewham Church for instance. There was a fairly large church and a secluded gravel drive to it. We were left alone, basically. There were other visitors, but not interfering with our party. And specifically we came to look at a grave, so we wandered around the graveyard and located the grave.
And it goes on to a meditation to try and get a bit more information out.
The main members of the group are Grace and myself, Richard.
Right, okay. Well, the reason we are actually gathered here today is to check out psychic information that was sent to me in a letter, not originally actually addressed to me, but I got the letter through various other circumstances I won't go into now, so they're not particularly relevant, about psychic information received through a boy or gypsy boy who died and was buried at a grave near a crossroads near this church, at this place Chewham. Stuff concerned a Lady Anne, or just Anne was known as at the time, who was buried, and said when she was alive, there's proof of the afterlife, let 7 trees cast my grave asunder, or words to that effect. And the information said there was something to do with a sword that would be either buried or placed in this area that was to be found. You know, physical artefact confirming this. I've checked the legend out, and indeed Chewham exists as we are here. The grave exists, and also the legend of this Lady Anne of trees casting a grave asunder, which indeed they have done. Also, the boy's grave exists. I think it's unmarked, but it should be easy enough to find at this crossroads, so I thought worth checking out and all that. Yeah, here we are. Right, carry on. Have a look, Jimmy. Yeah, all for fun.
Generally, all we know about a site when we first start investigating it is its location. Sometimes we don't know that. So it's a matter of researching through local history, legend, mythology, and atlases. The map plays a very important part in the questing role. Generally, a date is arranged, and as many people as can make it will do. And we travel down there.
For me, psychic questing is pretty good for people, basically. But we really enjoy it. We learn a lot, experience a lot. We see a lot of places through doing it, and we have a really good time. It's good. We've made a lot of friends through it, and it's a good conversation stopper as well when you try and explain to people what it's all about. It always gets them.
And an egg timer.
Yeah. More talented. I'm not quite sure what the thing on the top is. It almost looks like sort of snake heads.
Yeah, I see what you're saying. Yeah, it does, doesn't it?
I'm not quite sure what it is exactly.
Grace and I attended a meeting over the weekend in London, where we met an author called Andrew Collins, and he runs a group for interested people at the Ship Public House in Leigh-on-Sea, and we attended a few groups and made some friends, and fairly soon we had our own interested group. So about 7 of us are now in a group, and we try and visit sites together and generally use our common experiences to create a better knowledge of what's going on.
We're trying to find a sword.
I know, that's what I'm trying to do.
Somehow I doubt they're going to be on top of the loop.
No, they're not.
We've got to go under.
Yeah. It's not exactly the nicest task going, really.
No. You can do it, Duncan.
Fairly big hole down there.
We try and rebalance the energies or return it to its natural state. Some sites are meant to be naturally darker. So we try and keep a balance. Often you find things that unbalance it are, for instance, a road was driven through an important part of the site, or a house was built and was dug foundations into the site, and things like that, which has then spun the energy or mixed it up. So we try and rebalance the energy. But often you'll find that it's simply the case of someone was buried there without fully realising either they were dead or that they had a mission, an important thing left to do in life, which they didn't get a chance to complete. Therefore their soul's still attached to the place and is in limbo. So often it's a very simple meditational technique we use to put the soul at rest.
How do you go about doing that?
Meditations are very free and easy. We use whatever comes along at the site. So for instance, in a churchyard, we'd often use Christian imagery, and we'd create a bridge or a trail of light that the soul can follow until it's to its peace. So often it involves opening a white light, a doorway in white light, and a beam of light descending down that the soul can follow up, or whichever direction we direct it, to a greater light. And once they merge with that light, the soul is set free, the task is complete, and their journey or their limbo is ended. They can join with the one light. It sounds strange, but it appears to work.
Right, I'm going to collect some holy water. I mean, I know this is only church water, it's not holy water, but we'll bless it. And the idea will be to consecrate the boy's grave. And hopefully, if we can physically draw a cross on the site and mentally envisage a cross being implanted on the site, hopefully we can ease this maybe disturbance or something that keeps the spirit of the woman tied to her grave.
It may be for peace.
We consecrate this ground in the name of the Lord, our Father, Son,